Hello there, Leo. My name's Frankie, and I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient medium, and an empath. This reading's going to be for Leo for June of 2017. So finally, we've passed a half a year mark. What I've done for us is I've pulled 4 cards for the month. I'm going to use the bottom card on the deck for an overall view of the month, and we'll pull an angel card at the end of the reading to hopefully bring everything together for us. Now, I advise you to look at your moon sign and your rising sign also, because it gives you a bigger perspective, and these are just general readings. And also, because I'm an empath, I have a speech pattern. I will speak as if I'm you during the reading. So for all intents and purposes for this reading, everyone is Leo's name Frankie for the time being. Now, I am not an astrologer, so I looked up the astrology for us, and it's going to be in our 11th house, and that is like fraternal organizations like clubs and things that you belong to. Your fondest hopes and wishes, all the profits from your business or your profession, and all of your social contacts and opportunities, like the friends, also your friendship house and stuff. Now, Spirit's given us a couple of words before the reading, and they're kind of good words, but I'm kind of a little leery of them based on one of the cards in here. Look, and it's our overall card. They are relaxation, spontaneity, courage, resilience, and integrity. So keep those words in mind while we're doing this reading. I don't think these cards are going to go week by week for us, because I think they'll blend in and out throughout the month. I just think that's the way it's going to work for me. But our first card here is the Page of Swords. And as soon as I saw that and the next card after it, I was like, uh-oh, what are we in for? Now, this Page of Swords can be male or female. Sometimes they can be people that are younger than us, and sometimes they can be people that are very immature too. So if you want to think about it like that. But this page, if I were thinking of him as a messenger, and he's air, so he is Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. It's an air sign. Doesn't have to be, because they're general readings, but a lot of cases it will be. But the overall view or the attitude of it is, this page brings trouble. This page is risky business. So maybe we have a kid in college, let's say, that is didn't pass their tests or their exams. And I look at this page and look, if you look at him, in some of the cards he's holding the sword and he has his head turned, not even looking at it. In this one, he's not looking at it either. He's looking straight ahead, so he's pretty confident that he can whack anything, and that he has the skills and the strength to do whatever it is that he chooses with that sword. So when I touch this card or feel this page, I always think arrogant, little, you know what. Or it's just the attitude that comes off of it. I have the skill. I don't need to know anything more. I'm the one that can do anything. See, don't even look at that sword, but if someone comes up behind him, he's got him. So this page brings with it some type of risky behavior. You know, either us, ourselves, are doing some kind of a risky behavior, or someone that we're involved with or know, because these are general readings. Maybe it's our child, you know, pulling something fishy, or perhaps it could be, you know, a friend that maybe's doing this attitude with us or doing something risky that we're trying to stop them from, or our partner, you know, business partner or something like that. Usually there's some kind of consequence with this sword, with this basically arrogant attitude that comes along with it. So maybe that word resilience is really going to come in handy if this is our child, or if this is our love partner, or if this is our boss, maybe, they're acting in an immature manner, buying up too many things that could endanger the company, something like that. If I thought of it, because like I said, we're all different Leos, it could come down in maybe this is our partner, as in business partner, that decides, oh, we can sell more of these widgets, this month than we ever did before, and we sell 2 of them instead of the 20 we sold last month, and now we're gonna lose something financially because of it. But it's that, attitude that goes along with it. And if there's one thing as Leos we are, it's like integrity. You want to hear it, you're going to hear it from a Leo. Loyal to a fault, but this stuff is not permitted in a Leo's life. So if it is us doing that, we better put our eyes on that sword and what we're whacking at while we're going at it. But there's always a risk with this one, like some kind of circumstance around us, something around us that either someone that is close to us has done some kind of bad behavior, or we're doing something that could get us into trouble, and that we don't want to do, Leo. So what I'm going to say is we better choose the people that are going to help us wisely and pay attention to that arrogant thing, so I think what I do is, with him being the overall view, I don't think I'd trust too much to luck, Leo. I don't think I'd trust too much to luck, because this kid has courage, but it's courage that's kind of like unfounded. But then again, maybe it's some kind of risk that we need to take in order to move forward, because the end result, maybe that courage word, maybe we're thinking, I'm the one that wants to buy the widgets this month, and I see that our orders have increased like that by 20-fold, and if we have the extras on stock, we can do a promotion and, have a little sale, maybe just 10% off, and we'll sell every widget we have. That's a risk worth taking. That takes courage, but pay attention to what you're looking at, Leo. Keep your eyes on that sword while you're doing it, because our next card here is a good page. He's the Page of Cups, and every time I see this page, I just think, look at him, staring down at that cup with a fish coming out. If it's upside down, it's like, what's fishy about the situation? But he's right side up. So it's the rabbit out of the hat. Look at how enthralled he is. Look at that look on the face. It's like, what? I produced a fish. Kind of interesting. But it's also, once again, male or female. It would be immature. It may be young, but it's an emotional thing. This one is like surprise. The fish popped out of the cup. So, surprise, Mom, I'm going to get married tomorrow. Surprise, Mom, I've joined the service. I'm moving overseas. My husband comes in the door and says, surprise, honey, I got a promotion at work, sell the house. I have to be there next month. And we pass out, but we go right along with it because we're Leo. We have courage, right? We're the Strength card personified, Don't worry, Leo, the relaxation comes in here somewhere. This is an emotional message, like someone bringing us an emotional message that is a surprise, like a message of love, a message of caring, a message that's going to be wonderful or help us, in some way move forward. I'm trying to think of examples. maybe that promotion doubled our husband's salary or wife's salary, and we're going for it because it more than makes up for both of ours together, you know. But it's something, if it comes into my life, I know it's good, I know it's pure, I know it has integrity. I'm willing to take the step forward to do it, right? I'm willing. I'm going to do this. It's going to be like spontaneous. I can't even get the word out of my mouth. If it's a creative thing we're doing, right, it would be something that no matter what anyone told us, we were willing to take the chance. We would be willing, and we know it was going to work out right, and know it's going to work out well, right? Because when I see the cup, I think the magician. So Leo, whatever, I know we don't all want fish in that cup unless our next step forward is buying a boat, becoming commercial fishermen, and I don't think that quite works in this day and age. Doesn't everything have mercury or something? Be careful what's in that cup when you take that step forward, but it's exciting, you know. So what they're telling us with this, because it's emotional, is don't be temperamental, don't lose our temper, you know. Maybe we're all excited and we're spitting this all out to everybody in the world. We're gonna do, and they're not as excited for us, you know, but we are going to do it anyhow, is what they're saying. So maybe our boyfriend or girlfriend proposed and we said, okay, we're going for it. We're going for it. End of the story. And tomorrow we get married. It's like that kind of attitude that comes around that card. So you're going to need that resilience, but it's exciting. And it is forward movement. So being as it, what did they say to us? Don't trust it all to luck. Do not trust too much of that forward momentum to luck. Even if we're being spontaneous, there's a lot, how they're saying is there's a lot going on this month. So keep in touch with people that you think are suitable, that are helpful, you know. Keep in touch with that, because of our next card here is the Four of Cups, and that's actually usually a card of apathy, like withdrawing. If you think of the Three of Cups, that's a card of celebration, partying, three women dancing around in a circle with their cups up in the air, like woohoo. Maybe it's a card where I celebrated too much what the Page of Cups here was bringing to me, you know, and now I'm taking a rest. But it's a card of like withdrawing and pulling inward. And I really think that we've been doing a lot here to kind of like play catch up, get things in order, you know, do a lot of financial things or whatever, juggling. And then we get this Four Cups, which tells us, you know, lay back, go internal for a while, but don't withdraw totally. Because look, he's growing ivy out of his head. Think about how long he's been sitting there. So when we're doing that, remember, these are full, but when I see this card, and I don't know what it actually would entail, but I see if I go into this daydream thing, like a meditation or a period of withdrawal, I can fill this cup like the Page of Cups has. I can fill it with whatever I want to fill it with, you know, because it's coming out of the clouds. So it's the hand of God filling my cup. And when I'm manifesting or working with source energy, I would want to keep a focus on what I wanted in that cup, as if it was in a prayer that I was sending to God. So when this cup comes out, I'm more than willing to take it. And what they're telling me to say is, take this cup and add it to these other three to enhance it, right? To enhance it, to make it bigger, to make it bolder, to make it better. That's that courage word too. That, and withdraw, if we're going to use spontaneity, and I still can't get that word out of my mouth, you want to make sure when you make that quick move that it's the right move. So think of this card versus apathy as withdrawal for meditation, withdrawal for focus, versus withdrawal to just close the doors, turn off the phone, and say, I'm done with everybody in society. Take the little bit of rest, right? The relaxation, the word they were giving us. Take that relaxation, but not total withdrawal. Because what happens once we take this risk, what happens is the Two of Wands is excellent. That's my ship is coming in. So we have an excellent card. We have worked hard. We have meditated on it, right? Just watch where that sword lands, like they're saying. What they said, look at the card underneath, Frankie, and it's a strength card. It is the card of Leo. So courage and strength goes with this card. That means for sure we can do it. For absolute sure. So focus on what you're doing there, right? Don't go whacking with this thing, even if the kid did take some kind of risky behavior. We want to make, if it is in that area of our lives, because this is, the ship is coming in. We have a focus, look at that, the focus on his little crystal ball there, that's what they're telling me to call it this time. And he's looking out at his ship, coming back in. And in this card, which is something I've never noticed before, but I want you to see it. I don't know if I can get the glare. Do you see that second wand? That's the hand of God holding that second wand. One of his hands is on his wand. The other hand is holding his crystal ball. And the next wand card is being held by another hand. See it? And to me, that's the hand of God. It looks exactly like this hand coming out of the clouds. Here, handing that cup to us. And I've never seen that before. So that would be Source is bringing that which I manifest. My ship is coming in. I have worked hard. I've kept my vision, my focus. I've had the courage, the resilience to bounce back. When I make these decisions, I'm standing in my integrity. Therefore, what I have done, I have earned. Because our next card, right, is the Seven of Pentacles. And this is the card of harvest. I've planted the seeds, maybe with that Four of Cups there. I've planted the seeds, and now I am bringing in the fruitful harvest. So remember that, Leo. The Pentacles are money. Pentacles are material plane things. Maybe some of us are going to get, we had a clear vision, we're waiting, for our boss to approve it. They approved it, we planted the seeds, this comes because of it. Maybe it's a relationship, and we told whoever was swinging the sword around to get their stuff together, get it straight, right? And then they came out of the corner and pulled this rabbit fish out of the cup and said, I love you, I want to marry you. And we take that spontaneous action because something truly has changed, and we wouldn't do that unless we truly saw a change in behavior. So they're saying, watch it, watch it. We want to see a change in behavior. So we got a lot invested. All of us Leos have a lot invested in this, right? So for us, maybe we want to let people know our aims. maybe when we take this time to withdraw, to take that cup from source, that's be whatever you want to call God, the energy, the power that flows through us to bring these things. Maybe we want to take that time to fill that cup up with gratitude because we are getting the seeds that we planted. To me, this card is almost karmatic. So if we have done good things, right, they are coming back to us. They are being harvested now. If we've been manipulating or whacking people with this sword, you know, it's what you've planted comes back this month. The seeds that were planted come back and they're fruitful and they multiply. So with this risky thing here, make sure it's not us, because remember, under there is the strength card. So the decisions we make this month are going to be harvested, or the decisions we've been making. Maybe this is we're doing an overflow from May and like maybe March and through, you know, perhaps this is what we are going to harvest, and it looks good, it looks fruitful. What's that thing saying in the Bible? Be fruitful and multiply. Uh-oh. Anyhow, that just hit me what I just said. We'll better look at the angel card there. It looks really good though, Leo. It does. I don't feel that Four Cups as apathy, you know, so make sure it's not. Make sure it's an intentional withdrawal, right? If you need some time, make sure it is. Keep your eyes on that dude with the sword. Keep your eyes on it and make sure it's not you, because underneath there is the strength card, and that's Leo, so we want to make sure we're doing the right thing. And they're saying, that's funny, our words relaxation, they're saying for the Four of Cups, you know, relaxation, make sure it's relaxation and not apathy, you know, because the ship's coming in, it just was a little wait, and what do we get? The ocean. The ocean. That just cracks me up, Leo. I guess we're going to be getting ready to go away. It says, the deep blue sea speaks to your soul, healing and soothing you. Even the act of imagining, now Four of Cups there, Leo, imagining yourself dipping into its healing womb brings about desirable effects. Better yet, spend time physically near the ocean and allow its power and beauty to wash away any cares or concerns. Relax. We're resilient. We need a little bit of boost there. That's funny. You just can't make up these cards, can you, Leo? They just seem to pop out, and I think a lot of us must be needing that little bit of extra time to sit down and think through clearly, you know, not total withdrawal, because they're saying don't ignore, you know, people or the people around you that are worthwhile, you know, but they are telling us to keep an eye on this dude here, so means don't be temperamental and go winging that thing every which way. And they also told us don't trust too much to luck. So sitting down and manifesting with the source and taking that a little bit of extra time might be important. Maybe going to the ocean to do it makes it even more relevant. It said this card comes up because of your connection with the ocean, and it's a sign that you need to spend more time near the sea, perhaps during a vacation or as a home base. I want to move to the ocean. There we go. The angels will help you with this endeavor if you ask and allow them to. The ocean, air, and water inspires and heals you. And it says the additional meanings are take a sea salt bath to detoxify, which if we do come against this type of energy, you know, we might want a sea salt bath. Drink more water, connect with dolphins and other sea dwellers, and maybe you have an ocean-related past life. Learn water sports such as diving, sailing, or snorkeling. No, Leo, I'm not going diving. My husband does that. I take pictures from when he gets out of the water. So, Leo, hold that integrity. I think we got a really good month. I believe our ship is coming in because, for absolute sure, we have that Seven of Pentacles there. And Pentacles to me are financial. Also, there it's money, you know, and it's a harvest that we've planted, so it's well earned, however it is coming towards us. But I believe it's going to be an excellent month, so use it wisely. So that's our reading for June, and I want to tell you, all of you, thank you for your likes and your shares and your subscribes, and also for your comments. I read each and every one of them, and I appreciate them, even though I don't get a chance to write back to you really often. I read all of them. And to anyone who wants to know more about me, the information is down below this screen at the website. And if you want to set an appointment with me, all the information's there. And to all of you that I've met through doing these YouTube readings, and to all the people I've met through doing readings for 28 years now, I want to tell you all thank you. It's been an honor and a privilege to serve each and every one of you. And hopefully I'll see you here next month, Leo. Bye-bye.